everybody, it's Leonette with DIY Beauty on Purpose. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be working on these 3 little trees I found at the Goodwill. They need much love. I found them, they were like $3 each, and I have a vision to turn them into these beautiful little frosted trees to put on my mantle for Christmas decoration. So as you can tell, they've had better days. All the branches and the bristles are all scrunched up together. They have lights, old lights, and just tangled up. So I'm going to be frosting them and getting them ready for my mantle. All right, so here I'm getting the tree prepped to get fluffed, and so I'm just removing these old lights that are tangled up and not working and just not pretty at all. And so I'm fluffing and getting the branches ready, and to me this is the most important part of putting up any Christmas tree, any garland, or any wreath, is getting every branch, bristle nice and open and fluffed, and just makes it look pretty. I think it just makes the tree or whatever it is that you're doing just look fuller and ready. And I almost dropped the tree here. But this is it. Just keep fluffing and getting the branches ready to be frosted with chalk paint. Here I'm just going to put a little bit of chalk paint on this container to dip my brush in. I don't want to dip it in the main container because I don't want to contaminate it with bristles or any dust. So the way I frost my trees or garland or wreaths is I just put a little bit of paint on the brush, kind of like dry brushing. You don't want a lot of it, at least that's how I prefer it. And so I just kind of brush the bristles and the branches lightly. In some of them I do it a little heavier, and some of them I do a little lighter. But the main thing is to put as much as you want or as little as you want. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little tasking, it's a little tedious, but at the end it's worth it. I think it looks so pretty, and it just makes any tree or any garland or wreath just that much prettier. And here I'm just going to add a little bit of heavier dab on the edges just to add that little brightness or snow-like. So the paint is all dry, and I absolutely love the way it turned out. It's exactly how much frost I wanted on them. It just looks like fresh snow fell on them, and I just absolutely loved the way they turned out. So here I am just flattening out a bit of the branches. So I fluffed them and I got them frosted, and now I want these pine trees to look I want the branches to be facing a little bit more down, I guess. I don't know how to describe it. I don't want them to be too spiky, too fluffed. I want them to be kind of like a little bit facing down, like when the snow falls on them and the branches are kind of heavy. And so they're going to go on my mantle, so I want them to have that look. And I'm doing the same here. This is the taller tree, and actually my favorite tree out of the 3, but just not scrunching the branches, just kind of getting them to point down. And at the end, I think it came out exactly how I wanted it. Here is the base. Now all the bases look exactly like this. They are just rusted and nasty and needed some major work on these. So I grabbed a 60 grit sandpaper, and I'm just sanding away all the rust, getting it smooth, and then I'm going to be, of course, wiping away all the dust that came out of it, all the rust. So I grabbed my chalk paint, and now I'm just painting the base for multiple reasons. One, obviously, for obvious reasons, just to make them look prettier. 2, it'll blend in with my mantle, which is white, and I think it'll be nice when they're up there. And then also 3, I don't know, to me it just looks like the little pine trees are sitting or planted in a snow-covered ground. So I just think it's just what I wanted them to look like. So I'm just some chalk paint that I have, again, in the little container. I don't want to contaminate the container with any rust. So here's kind of what they look like. It's still wet there, but just wanted to show how they looked. So unfortunately, after the paint dried, I saw some of the rust come through. I didn't think this would happen, but it kind of makes sense. So what I did was I took out the shellac top coat in clear, and I'm going to put a light coat on top of it. All three bases are needed. So this is what I use when my furniture that I paint white start to yellow. I cover it with one coat or sometimes several coats of the shellac, let it dry, and then add another coat of paint. And normally that takes care of any yellowing. So I'm hoping this works for this one. So here I'm just adding, after the shellac dried, just adding an extra coat of white paint, and hopefully I don't have to do another one. So I did not have to add another one. This is the final look. It's dried and it looks absolutely beautiful. I'm so happy it worked.